"I love volatility," Peter Lynch once said, with a confident smile that could calm even the most nervous investor. To most people, volatility means danger, but to Lynch, it means opportunity. And right now, that message couldn't be more relevant. The market isn't melting down, but it's simmering with tension. Tariff fears may not be front-page news anymore, but they're far from neutralized. The US-China trade tug-of-war is still active, with Washington considering fresh duties on Chinese electric vehicles, and Beijing responding in kind. A few trade deals have offered brief relief, but the undertone of economic nationalism remains strong, and markets haven't forgotten it. At the same time, Wall Street is staring down a different kind of standoff: Jerome Powell versus Donald Trump. The Fed chair remains cautious, signaling no rush to cut rates, despite mounting political pressure. In a recent post on Truth Social, Trump slammed the central bank for being clueless and warned that Powell is destroying the American economy. It's a familiar script, but this time, the stakes are even higher, with inflation cooling but not tamed, and a presidential election just months away. This volatile brew has investors on edge, but as Lynch reminded us, fear and fortune often show up together. While the average investor retreats, the intelligent investor looks deeper, beyond the noise, beyond the headlines. Because volatility doesn't just reveal weakness, it exposes hidden strength. And in the next few minutes, we'll uncover 3 explosive stocks positioned to thrive in this storm, if you have the courage to act. Let's begin with one of the most talked about and controversial names in the AI revolution: Palantir Technologies Inc., ticker symbol PLTR. For years, Palantir was seen as a niche government contractor, but that perception is now fading fast. In the first quarter of 2025, the company delivered 39% year-over-year revenue growth, nearly doubling the pace of its performance just a year ago. But what's really capturing Wall Street's attention is its US commercial business, which surged 71%. That's not a fluke. It's a signal that Palantir is finally breaking through as a dominant player in the enterprise AI space. Palantir is not just selling AI tools. It's redefining how organizations use AI to make decisions, manage operations, and deploy resources. Its application layer model allows companies and governments to build tailored, real-time AI agents that deliver operational insights at scale. No need for a team of PhDs to manage it. That's a big deal. As businesses rush to adopt AI without the infrastructure or talent to build it internally, Palantir is emerging as their plug-and-play solution. What makes Palantir different is its staying power and strategic positioning. With 2 decades of experience serving US military and intelligence agencies, it has deeply embedded trust and access, something few tech companies can claim. And now, it's exporting that credibility to the commercial world, where AI use cases are multiplying across industries like energy, healthcare, manufacturing, and finance. Critics often point to Palantir's valuation as the elephant in the room, but here's what the market sees. The same pace Nvidia delivered over the last decade, that vision becomes plausible. And with the AI race shifting from infrastructure to applications, Palantir is in the perfect position to dominate the next phase. So while volatility may rattle the weak hands, for long-term investors focused on where the world is heading, Palantir might just be one of the most compelling AI stocks on the planet right now. Next up is a company that's been quietly closing the gap on the king of AI chips, and now it's got OpenAI in its corner. We're talking about Advanced Micro Devices Inc., ticker symbol AMD. For years, AMD has lived in the shadow of Nvidia, but 2025 may be remembered as the year that all changed. In a groundbreaking development, OpenAI, the creator of ChatGPT, has officially partnered with AMD to co-develop next-generation AI chips optimized for large language models. This endorsement from one of the most influential names in artificial intelligence isn't just symbolic, it's strategic. It signals that OpenAI wants more than just Nvidia, it wants competition, flexibility, and innovation, and AMD is delivering. The company's new MI400 and MI450 GPU series are already in demand, with data center sales soaring 57% year-over-year in Q1 to $3.7 billion. And AMD isn't stopping at GPUs. Their Helios rack-scale solution, set to debut with 72 MI400 accelerators, is a direct challenge to Nvidia's Rubin NVL144. These aren't just powerful machines, they represent a full-scale AI infrastructure that AMD can offer to enterprise clients at scale. What makes this story even more compelling is AMD's positioning in terms of profitability. While their growth is explosive, their valuation remains grounded, just 24.9 times estimated 2026 earnings. That's a bargain for a company set to become the fastest-growing chip maker in the peer group next year. With high-margin rack systems hitting the market and OpenAI's backing, AMD is building a credible case for profit acceleration well into 2026. Yes, Nvidia still dominates, but AMD is evolving from an underdog into into a real contender. And as AI inference becomes the next battleground, not just training, AMD's focus on efficient, scalable solutions could help it grab significant market share. The next phase of the AI hardware race won't just be about speed, it'll be about accessibility, adaptability, and affordability, three things AMD is laser-focused on. For investors watching the AI chip wars, AMD's momentum is real, and with OpenAI now officially in its corner, that momentum may just be unstoppable. Rounding out our list is a stock that's quietly becoming the backbone of the AI revolution, Supermicro Computer Inc., ticker symbol SMCI. While chip giants like Nvidia and AMD grab the headlines, it's companies like SMCI that are building the powerful systems behind the scenes, assembling, integrating, and delivering the high-performance server infrastructure that makes AI possible at scale. Supermicro isn't a chip designer, it's the critical systems integrator working directly with Nvidia, AMD, and Intel to deploy cutting-edge AI servers for hyperscalers and enterprise clients. In fact, just last month, SMCI unveiled more than 30 new Blackwell-based AI systems with Nvidia, rolled out new liquid-cooled and air-cooled solutions with AMD's MI350 GPUs, and secured immersion cooling certification from Intel for its latest Big Twin server platform. That's a trifecta of alignment with the biggest names in AI. Here's the kicker. While most AI stocks are trading at sky-high valuations, SMCI's current price-to-sales ratio is shockingly low, around 1.3, cheaper than even value plays like Pfizer and Home Depot. And yet, SMCI's quarterly revenue has surged from just $1 billion a few years ago to a projected $7 billion by the end of 2025. That's not just impressive growth, that's scale. Much of the skepticism around SMCI has been tied to declining profitability due to aggressive investments in R&D and CapEx. But that narrative is changing fast. With EPS expected to rebound over the next few quarters and investment cycles peaking, Wall Street is waking up to the fact that SMCI's spending spree wasn't reckless, it was forward-looking, and the payoff could be massive. With a rock-solid balance sheet, strong liquidity, minimal dilution, and $2.5 billion in cash, SMCI has the firepower to keep innovating and expanding. As cloud giants like Amazon, Meta, and Oracle pump tens of billions into data centers, SMCI is positioned to ride that wave with custom, scalable, and efficient AI infrastructure. If you're looking for a deeply undervalued company at the center of the AI infrastructure boom, Supermicro Computer deserves a serious look. The road to AI dominance won't just be paved with GPUs, it'll be built with SMCI's servers. In today's fast-moving market, volatility can either shake you out or wake you up. As Peter Lynch said, it's not a signal to retreat, it's a signal to lean in. From Palantir's application layer AI dominance, to AMD's game-changing partnership with OpenAI, to Supermicro's critical role in building the AI backbone, each of these companies is carving out a powerful position in the next industrial revolution. They're not hype plays, they're executing, scaling, and pushing the boundaries of what's possible. If you believe in the long-term potential of AI, these aren't just stocks to watch, they're stories to understand. So stay focused, stay informed, and remember, the biggest gains often emerge when others are too distracted by the noise to see the signal. Thanks for watching, and if you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more deep dives just like this.